Good morning, everyone. Good morning and happy Monday. I hope everyone's had a fabulous weekend. I am just going to wait for some people to jump on right now to be able to give them a chance to say, if you're jumping on, say hello or hashtag replay if you're watching this again. So I'll just wait. I'll just share this 1 second. Okay, 1 second. I hope everyone's had a fabulous weekend. It was beautiful weather here. I spent time at the beach. I was a little bit burnt, as you may can see, or you may not. And then I went riding on Sunday, so it was just absolutely great to just recharge and just re-energize and just feel alive again, because I've just been spent an entire 4 weeks working and doing this course that was just immensely intensive and the most hardest thing I've ever done. Anyway, that's beside the point. So it was just great time to just chill out over the weekend and just really recharge to be able to get back into it this week. And I'm super excited to be able to be online again and get you guys updated with some new content. So if you're just jumping on, give me some love, or give me some likes, or hashtag replay if you are listening to this at a later time. So today's pretty much all about how to create balance in your life. Now, if you're feeling as though you're cracking under the pressure of life because you're trying to balance your home and your work life, whether it be in business, whether it be in your 9-to-5 executive corporate job, there's a lot to be able to think about in terms of, why am I doing this? How do I keep myself on track? And Monday's a really good day to really reflect what's happening, what's going to come for the week. And I love Mondays because it's just time to just refresh, recharge, and kickstart whatever it is you've been thinking about last week, to build upon last week. So creating balance in your life is this misconception term where we have to have balance, whereas balance is all about creating alignment in everything that you do, everything that you have, in your career, in your business, in your home life, relationships, in your health. Everything comes as a whole, and if there are a few things that are not really in line with what you're wanting to, what your bigger mission is in your life, then you may find that you're out of balance in what you're trying to achieve. And this common concept of, balance between home life and career is, for women, it's this massive thing because, as women, we try and manage the home, we try and manage kids, we try and manage keeping the network family together. And then we go to work and we have to be this superpower woman to be able to have some sort of other contribution in bringing into this household. Now, I came from a relationship where I was, my partner had kids, so I had a feel of what it was like to be able to really keep the glue together of the home and also run a business at the same time. And I remember there were days where I just felt so overwhelmed, so under the pump, because I was just trying to do everything perfect. Now, perfection is the number one killer to motivation and productivity. So remember that for both, if you're listening, if you're a man, if you're a woman, perfection, mainly for women, because this is really big. Perfection is the number one killer to motivation and productivity. And if you're trying to perfect everything, you're actually doing everything not 100% to the extent that you could be doing it. I always have this phrase that one of my mentors told me was, you know, done is better than perfect. And if we keep pushing to just wait for the right thing to be the right perfect, the right, you know, website, or the right time to approach for a promotion, or the right time to say a specific thing, or the right time to speak to someone, it's never going to happen. You're never going to get it off the ground. You're never going to achieve what you're wanting to achieve, because you'll be waiting for that perfect moment to be able to get it done. So done is better than perfect. You can always keep refining what you're doing, whether it be going and speaking to someone about a promotion, and if it's not perfect, fair enough, at least you're voiced and you've stepped into your own personal power in order to get what you want. And same goes within business. Like, you know, if you keep waiting for the right moment to call a certain person, or the right, you know, moment to write content, or the right moment, or the right content to be specific, you're going to keep waiting for that right moment, and it never comes, it never happens. And this is one big contributing factor in creating imbalance in our lives, is because we're always waiting for that perfect moment. We're always worried about what other people think, and this is what holds us back from actually achieving our full potential in our daily life. So have a think about what it is. I always use this metaphor where, you know, life is like a bus, right? And you have different passengers in the bus, and different passengers are able to drive the bus, right? And, you know, all these passengers in the bus are all the different limiting beliefs, all the different negative emotions. You know, you might have a little crowd who's a cluster of different beliefs that's creating this massive, you know, limiting decision. And each time they have an opportunity to drive this bus in the direction that they want to drive it. And while you're sitting in the back seat, just cruising along, just going with the flow. I've heard this so many times. Just going with the flow wherever the road takes you. And there's no clear direction as to where you're going, because you're always allowing other people to drive your bus. And you end up at the destination and you think, how the hell did I get here? Or why does this keep happening to me? Or how come this person keeps hurting me? Or why am I not getting what I want? Is this really my life? These are the questions you might ask yourself. Or how have I been stuck in this same job for the last 10 years and still earning the same amount of money? Or I'm not really happy and fulfilled. These are questions you might ask yourself constantly, and these are indications that life is not aligned. Life is imbalanced, and creating alignment and balance in your life is taking charge and sitting in that freaking front driver's bus seat and taking charge in the direction that you're wanting to take it, and letting the other people off at the next bus stop, because that's what we need to do, and picking up the new beliefs on the way in order to achieve the success and happiness that you're wanting to have in your life. But at the end of the day, right, it's always a choice. It's all a choice in terms of what you want, in terms of who you allow on your bus, in terms of who you allow to drive your bus. It's all a choice. And the problem that most people have is that they're afraid to say no. They're afraid to say no to the things that are not aligned to them. They're afraid to say no to the things that create imbalance in their life, just to be able to keep the peace, just to be able to not hurt anyone, just to be able to, what happens if I do this? Is it really worth me stirring the pot? Is it really worth me having what I really want to achieve in my life? Like, these things are all a choice, and we have a choice to empower ourselves or disempower ourselves. And to be able to do that, we need to sit in the driver's seat of our own vehicle and drive it to our destination that we're wanting to go to. And until you make that choice, that decision, and to say no to things that are not aligned with you, you will continue to be a passenger in the back seat of your bus. So how would we be able to create alignment or balance in our life? You're probably wondering this because I've been talking about the whole thing this whole time. And 3 things that I can tell you that will help you align is really clearly identifying what your values are, what is important to you. Now, you can do this through a specific process, or you can also identify what values there are and what order they're in, because the order of your values is the order of importance that you actually run your systems in your own mind. You run your program. And if you've got things that are not creating the success because of the value order that they're in, then this is actually a problem and we need to reorder them. And, through the NLP process, we are able to do that, to be able to really identify what it is that's holding you back. And the other thing is what limiting beliefs and decisions are actually you're running, like the programs that you're running that are preventing you or holding you back from living your full potential. So those 3 things. So really identifying your values, the order of values, and also your limiting decisions, and clearing these out. Now, there are many ways to do this. You can do this on your own if you know how to, but there's specific techniques and processes that you go through in being able to really clearly nut out how to do this. And I specifically work with women in business or in corporate to be able to really align to what their big why is. So really understanding what your why is, what your mission is, to know how to work towards that. If you've got if you're a business owner, let's say, and your values are money, success, career, but you have love and happiness at the first 2, you'll be running your programs of love and happiness and not really creating any focus on money, because it's lower in the actual values listing. So if you're curious as to know how to do this, or how to make an impact in your business, or get your team aligned to your business, because it's not just you, it's everyone else in your business or in your team. So let me know, like book a call in the link in the message in the video, and I'll be able to get into contact with you and just have a quick heart-to-heart chat to be able to really get you to understand what it is that I do and how this can actually transform results within your career and your business. And I'm not talking about just at home. This also has an effect on home quality and standards as well, because everything works as one. It's all alignment. Have a fabulous Monday, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye.